Donald Trump's administration ordered the Pentagon to freeze $391 million, £300 million, of military aid to Ukraine less than 2 hours after the phone call in which U.S. President asked Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky to investigate his political rival Joe Biden, newly released internal emails have revealed. A declassified White House memorandum documenting the president's 25th of July call with Mr. Zelensky shows the call, during which Mr. Trump asked his Ukrainian counterpart to probe a conspiracy theory his own aides have attributed to Russia's intelligence services, began at 9:03 a.m. and ended 30 minutes later. At 11:04 a.m. that day, 91 minutes after the call had ended, Senior Office of Management and Budget (OMB) official Michael Duffy sent an email to Defense Department officials requesting the Pentagon stop making plans to distribute any security assistance funds to Ukraine, the papers show. The White House's decision to withhold the funding, a move legal experts say violated U.S. law prohibiting the president from impounding congressionally appropriated funds, is at the center of the abuse of power charges for which the House of Representatives impeached Mr. Trump on Wednesday. The House's vote to approve impeachment charges was the culmination of a months-long investigation stemming from a whistleblower complaint notifying the U.S. intelligence community's Inspector General that the anonymous whistleblower had received information from multiple U.S. government officials which indicated that Mr. Trump was using the power of his office to solicit interference from a foreign country in the 2020 U.S. election. While administration officials have told impeachment investigators the president had ordered the OMB to withhold aid to Ukraine as early as 12 July, the newly released documents show White House officials ordering the Pentagon to pause the funds shortly after Mr. Zelensky declined to acquiesce to Mr. Trump's request for a favor during the 25th of July call. Based on guidance I have received and in light of the administration's plan to review assistance to Ukraine, including the Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative, please hold off on any additional DoD obligations of these funds, pending direction from that process, wrote Mr. Duffy, Associate Director for National Security Programs. Mr. Duffy, a political appointee who was previously head of Wisconsin's Republican Party, had taken over management of the Ukraine aid portfolio from his deputy Mark Sandy, a career civil servant. The email, which was one of many released in a 20th of December document dump in response to a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit by the Center for Public Integrity, shows that Mr. Duffy was aware the decision to place a hold on funds intended to help Ukraine fight off a Russian-backed invasion would be controversial, as he asked Pentagon Controller Elaine McCusker keep the information closely held to those who need to know to execute direction. While most of the emails released are heavily redacted, the information that remains also shows how the 25th of July directive from Mr. Duffy was not the first time he had contacted Ms. McCusker about the congressionally approved military aid package to Ukraine.